November was hard. The freshness of the start of the homeschool year has gone and we've settled into a routine, and I really feel like discouragement just wants to rear its ugly head. Hey friend, welcome to Joyful Noise Learning. I'm Ashley, if we haven't met yet, and I love to homeschool my 3 kids. I do Charlotte Mason inspired homeschool. I like to talk about affordable homeschooling and biblically based homeschool curriculum. So if that's your thing, I'd love for you to stay and consider subscribing. This today is my update on November. I also want to share my goals for December as well. So I do want to be as honest and authentic as I can today, but I want to share that I've definitely noticed some discontentment sneaking in. It might be a lot because of comparison. I know I like to look at social media. I follow people on Instagram, and I have some wonderful friends here on YouTube as well. But watching all these people and seeing what they're doing in homeschool, like, I notice I can just keep comparing and seeing, oh, she's doing this and she's doing that and we're not doing that. And I could tell this month that I was just getting overwhelmed. There were just too many voices. There were just too many other people to make me feel like I'm not doing enough. Can any of you relate? And that's not what I need to hear at all right now. I see what other people are doing and I want to try it. I want to do it all. But I can't. I've done this before and I pull back, but I saw myself, the snowball just rolling again and again, getting sucked into wanting to do all the things. I wanted to do, make sure we were doing memory work, unit studies, trying new curriculum, trying a fun Friday, all good things, but there are just so many things. So I knew something had to change. If I was going to change and our homeschool was going to be a peaceful place, and I needed to be present, I knew there were some things that had to change. And one of that main thing is cutting back on social media. A lot of it did have to do with the election this year in 2020 as well, but I deleted Facebook from my phone. I haven't deleted my account yet, but I deleted Facebook, so I'm not scrolling through that anymore. I've significantly limited my time on Instagram as well. And I've talked about this before if you've been watching some videos or on my stories on Instagram, but I finally decided to turn off my phone from 8 a.m. to noon every day, or every weekday at least. Which you think I would miss it, but really it's been so good. It was definitely the thing I needed to do. I realized that I needed, again, to focus on the kids and the people, the house right in front of me. I didn't need to be living a life online or living in the future of someday somewhere. I needed to do what was best for me and for them right here and evaluate where I was right here in the now. So that is the main thing that happened in November. Another thing I noticed was I had to change a few things after evaluating what's going on and how my kids are doing and how I'm doing. And I decided to change up my routine again. The basic bones of our routine is still there, but I decided to switch our core subjects with our fun subjects or unit studies. So this is what I came up with. Do the fun stuff first, and then do the core subjects, which is the math and language arts reading lesson. So what I used to do was our regular morning time, we do our Bible lesson, a little bit of memory work, and then we move into our core subjects. And I thought we could get that done, knock it out, and be done with it for the rest of the day. And then we would try to move into lunch and doing our unit study things. But I found that by doing that, sometimes our core subjects just really dragged on for too long. And by the time we got done with that, we were just too tired to do any of our unit studies or art or geography or, our fun unit study things. So now we'll start with the fun stuff. And I feel like I have a little bit more energy, me physically, to be able to get all the stuff out, our paints or our creative papers or our supplies that we need for our fun stuff. Oh, and just start the day with something fun so the kids are not like, oh, do I have to do math again? Or, oh, do I have to do writing again? Like, I wanted to start with something fun, and then they can move into their core subjects after we do the more involved activities. All right, as far as my goals for December, I usually like to stop all regular schooling for the whole month of December. You know how it is. You're always trying to get ready for the holidays and enjoy all the regular holiday traditions your family might have. So I usually just stop all the presses. We just stop any kind of school and we do all Christmas school basically I like to do an Advent morning time plan that I got from Pam Barnhill, her morning time plans. You can see the link to that in the description below, and I found out today, I forgot that it was free. So if you want to join me with that, that'd be awesome. That's a great resource I've used for several years now. This includes book lists, Bible reading plan, crafts, music and composer study, picture study, and and some poems to memorize or to at least read through. So it's a great way to focus on Jesus at Christmas time, and it takes up, a good part of our morning when we're done with that. And then throughout December, we just focus on all things Christmas. The baking, getting gifts ready, picking gifts, wrapping gifts, decorations, watching all the fun movies, all those things. So for this December, we're gonna follow basically the same plan, but I think because my kids are getting a little bit older and we do have a good routine on a lot of our core subjects, I'm not gonna completely scrap core subjects for all of December, but at the beginning of December, I plan to cover our core subjects, math and language arts, at least 3 times a week, and I think we'll be good to go with that. Lastly, I'm going to share that I'm changing either at the end of December in our unit in December or starting in January. I want to add something called presentations, is what I'm going to call it. I think I've heard it in the Charlotte Mason world, it's called exams. I'm realizing in the mainstream schools, kids do tests or write papers to explain what they've learned about something. And my kids aren't doing that. They don't get tests, they don't do quizzes or anything like that. But I want to find a way for my kids to summarize the things that we've learned all together over a period of a few weeks. And then they can present all these things to their dad, either over dinner or on a Saturday or something, so he can see everything that they've been doing and have been learning. So I want them to either draw something or make a craft. My oldest can write a couple paragraphs about what they've learned, and then we can present it to each other over a nice meal that we make together with food or decorations that go along with our theme. We have done this in the past, and I totally forgot about it and kind of just put it on the back burner, and I want to bring that forward again. We did do this when we did My Father's World Exploring Countries and Cultures. We have done this before when I did My Father's World Exploring Countries and Cultures. We actually did this with our co-op group with about 4 or 5 other homeschool families. At the end of each unit, we would get together for a party and celebrate and present everything that they learned to the other families and make some fun food and things like that. And we loved it. There was one week when we did Africa, I remember this pretty vividly. There was a lot of people or families that were sick and we couldn't all get together for the big party to celebrate. So we each celebrated individually with our families with all that we learned in Africa. And I thought it was so neat. I was like, oh, we could totally do this on our own and it doesn't have to be with other people. So that's what I want to be doing. I think it's a really good goal to be aiming for, to be able to collect all the things that we're doing, the books that we read or the things that they learn throughout the weeks. And then it's gonna be a great way to celebrate after we're done learning things, and also be a good way to present what they've learned to my husband. So do you do something like this already with your family? Please let me know in the comments. Let me know any ideas you have on how to make that work. So there you have it. Thank you so much for watching. That was what I've decided to change and update for November and my goals that are coming for December. Be sure to check out my review for My Father's World Exploring Countries and Cultures in the description below if you're interested in that. And make sure you subscribe so you can see my monthly update on homeschool and our goals. You guys rock at homeschooling, and go and find the joy amongst the noise, and I'll see you soon.